there, I am Cookie with Wordy Nerd, and it's a mini review time. I'm going to talk just briefly about A Discovery of Witches. I did mention it in the one video a while back saying that I didn't realize it was a trilogy. Which may or may not, I mean, if I had known that, I don't know if I would have picked it up, because sometimes I just don't feel like a trilogy, and it feels like there's so many trilogies out there right now. I was having a bit of trouble getting into it in the first place, so I think if I had heard it was or knew it or realized, I mean, I know it says it like right there. I don't know why I didn't see it, but if I had really actually realized it, I don't know if I would have bought it. It took a really long time to get into it. Around chapter 11 was when I started sort of giving a hoot about what was going on. Up until that point, it was long descriptions about the main character and what she was doing, and then I kept sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, so... so, tell me more, get me interested. So it took a really long time to ramp into it. And if it hadn't started picking up right when it did, I was going to put it down. It was one of those. So the premise of this book is she's a witch who doesn't want to be a witch. She doesn't want to use her powers. She is working at Oxford and she's studying these old books, and she discovers this one book and it apparently had a spell on it. And then every mythical creature that lives in our world apparently wants it. And there were demons, vampires, and witches. And humans, of course. So this is the four we're dealing with. And humans really didn't know what was going on. So it was the witches, the vampires, and the demons who wanted this book. So she set this up as the whole concept, is this book, everyone wants this book, and she's the only one that can open it. Oh my god. You really don't find out why the book's important until the end, and it's not really that important by that stage. I actually got on Tumblr just to see what other reviewers were talking about with this, and I think that it seemed like everyone was in agreement. It took a long time to get into. Everything was described in a little bit too much detail, and it sort of lost focus here and there. But that all being said, I sort of semi-enjoyed it. It was one of those books, and I don't know if you've had them, where you like them, but you don't like them. And I don't know how else to explain that. Like, you're like, it's a cool concept. I sort of liked mostly what it was doing, but some things I didn't like. So sometimes of the day I'm like, I like this book. And then other times of the day I was like, I really didn't like this book. So I think what I'm going to do with my reviews, because I've been thinking a lot about this, there's the stars and the 1 out of 5, etc. I teach, so I think I'm more comfortable with the A, B, C, D, F rubric. So I'm just going to grade them like I would a paper. So I was thinking about that with this scale, and I think it's a C. Because it's not great, it's not awesome, it's not fantastic, but it's still pretty good. I mean, interesting. She was very descriptive, which had its moments. So it was good. It was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was a C. It was average. It was just a good average. Somewhat of a lark once you actually got past those initial stages. I did find the second book on Amazon for like $3 that was used but new. So that was actually, I wouldn't have paid full price now for the second. I do sort of want to see where they go. Glutton for punishment, maybe. I don't know. So we'll see how the second one is. And I don't think the third is out yet. This is actually from Penguin, so I sort of had higher expectations. I don't know. I sound like I'm being mean about this book because it really actually wasn't a terrible book, but it's one of those books I can't pinpoint why I don't quite like it as much as I should, if that makes any sense. So it was good if that's your genre, and that could be part of it too, just like World War Z. This vampire witch thing is not my genre, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe I just don't care about the occult, supernatural style writing as much as others. But I did really like the premise of the witch, and I had forgotten to mention that who she ultimately gets with is a vampire. That sounded sort of interesting. So there were some interesting elements I don't know. I think it could have had a little bit more je ne sais quoi. That little bit of something that's missing was missing, but it was still a decent book. So I shall give it a C. It was good. It was average. It was enjoyable in some moments, and I am curious enough about the story to plod forth and see what the second one is like. So that was just shipped yesterday. I will probably read that next week. Alright, so have you read this? If so, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What would your rating be? And we'll see if the notes match up. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.